readied up. So, Javels, you can stay with me for this if you want, or you can duck on out as we're getting into the draft. Jarvan first banned out from Zon Plague.
Yeah, I'll stick around for the draft, give a few comments, but after that, I'll get out of here. Leave you to your devices.
All right, sounds good. We've got DMJ banning out the Fiddlesticks, so I think this is still a known favorite pick out of Inku in the jungle. I've yet to see it be played. Was it in the showcase? It may have been in the showcase, and I don't recall. Jhin banned out for against DMG is the Amumu as well. Amumu and Jarvan, very familiar jungle picks for the LCC. Strong for ganks, not too complicated to play. And Twitch banned out against Zon Plague. R-Sexy, known for his Twitch. He likes the little sneaky action. Also known for his Caitlyn, hovered as the first pick of the round. Let's see. Ooh, it's a fake out. Will he pick Caitlyn? Won't he? Warren locked in for the Plague.
Could you toss a stream up on Discord for me, or can I get a link to the spectator?
Yeah. I can't really stream it because
I figured you might be
So Braum locked in for DMJ. Going to be looking to put Chestnut on Braum. He's definitely comfortable with that pick. Matching up with the Braum, what did he carries could we have go with Braum? May not go for. I'd expect to see a jungle pick here for Boxy. Draft going as planned for DMJ. Call out from Matt in the chat. What's up, Matt? Hope you're ready for our game later. Matt, if you get a chance, go ahead and talk to our team about the draft prep, because I'll be here until we play. So, everybody pray for me, because I'm not looking forward to the transition quickly out of broadcasting and needing to play my match. The Vi of the jungle locked in for Boxy. So perhaps a takeaway planned from Zon Plague, as they picked the Vi last week and went for an early cheese gank.
It was strong against us last week, so I imagine that could be a good takeaway, like you said.
Yeah, I think Zon Plague is the core of a very strong team fight. Of course, scaling necessary with the Smolder, but Ornn happy to enhance that scaling as they get towards the end of the game. Rel, a great team fighter. Not the most experienced pick for Jags, but I'm confident he's going to be able to pilot it. And the Lucian locked in to round out the first 3 picks out of DMJ. Bot lane and jungle locked in, saving both solo lanes for this second round.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on the Smolder here? Having to play, you got to play a little bit of a later game here. Got to be worried about not getting shut out early.
Yeah, but I think this tells me that we're going to see some more roaming out of Zon Plague, trying to leverage that Rel to go to these team fights, and I don't think we're going to see Smolder roam up as with it. So I'm looking to see a mid and or perhaps early and mid game prio in the mid lane or jungle, one of the two, to help enable their ability to contest grubs. You do not want to give over all 6 grubs in any game that you play. Ornn Smolder is insane late game insurance out of Mint. That's very true, but you do have to get to the late game, so I'm curious to see what their jungle and mid lane are going to come through. Syndra and Akali banned out from Spike on the Zon Plague. So 2 of his most favored champions.
Yeah, probably a wise decision with the mid still up. Syndra, can do a number, especially, if you mix that in with Ornn and the Smolder, I don't know if that's, possible to come back from. So I think it's a great ban.
Yep, I like that angle. I definitely would favor banning out the mid lane as opposed to the jungle. And Asol Mel banned out, so the same thoughts from Zon Plague. I want to make sure we take away these free picks for DMJ.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're familiar with what Simon might pick up here in the mid lane, but obviously banning out.
I was going to say Ahri.
Yeah, answered for me. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking we're probably going to look to see the Ahri, but mainly they must be thinking a takeaway. Okay, Aurora, so his other favorite pick right now.
Yeah.
They didn't. For top lane's already picked, so unless they're looking to do a takeaway, I think they could have saved this for their last pick, as top lane's already known. So Zon Plague now has all the information they need to finalize the draft. Kind of round it out with a mid and a jungler. We've seen high pressure jungler picks, but they do have a Rel, so may be able to go for a bit more damage to help supplement the Smolder. Lux has a lot of safety. Lalawi. What's happening here?
Yeah, run me through this one. So is it? Oh, the Ornn jungle has been very popular lately.
You think so?
Yeah, that's what we were concerned about last week, and I didn't believe him, but now I think I'm starting to believe.
Clone with the Lux pick call. Congratulations. And Cho'Gath comes in for the top side.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cho
this
into
is
Alawi. Yeah. I'm trying to think personally through my top lane matchups. I'm not sure if I would love the Cho into Alawi, but as we've seen with the Cho build, and as you know, as they know it's going to be a later scaling game, he can be a menace, a giant, and steal some of those buffs away with feasts. So maybe that's the angle being picked there.
I will have to adjust my minimap size as Jags was calling me out for the size of the minimap, and he's just going to have to deal with that. I've messed up the bottom side over here. I guess I can just turn that off. Turn off chat. And then we're going to scale down the minimap slightly. I'm going to have to change that back for my mode. Get this zoomed out. And then I'm going to turn off the LCC over there so it's out of the way.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
And we're just going to have a little bit of, you can see the bottom spectator thing. Let me try this. Ooh, there's the timers. Thank you, Fia. I need to make the minimap bigger. Apparently that does not scale. Minimap's smaller. What the heck? I still can't see it. Oh, that's chat. Oh, man. That's what the minimap usually is? Oh, it's so tiny! I hate it. I hate it. I always play with big minimap. That sucks. Oh, it's so small.
Minions have spawned.
That's going to make my life difficult. Okay. Sorry if I missed what was happening here. It was on screen, so I'm glad you guys all got to see it. Zonplague and R-Sexy. Man, this is a standoff. I'm going to set this in manual camera. We're just going to watch this play out. As you can see, neither team able to have vision here. Got Chestnut with the big door. We're going to see how this plays out. I don't care about the other lanes at the moment. Oh, I'm sorry, Whisper. I'll have to do better for next time. Big shout out to Fia for the objective timers. I love having that. Inferno walks out of the bush. He's missing HP. Jags and R-Sexy. This is very reminiscent of last game. You got to watch for them level 1 and 2. As we have an engage down from Inferno, so he's going to take some additional poke damage. Jags. Ooh, flash forward. The Braum passive will proc onto Jags, and the bites are sexy. Gonna take a follow-up stun. Drop very low. The barrier forced out. Flash taken from Jags. Barrier taken from our sexy. Nice engage out of Chestnut and Inferno. Definitely HP traded, but I think they got the better of that trade. Still having flash and barrier available for their Lucian. So nicely done. Out. Oh, sorry, I've got the wrong teams on there. I'm just gonna take them off. I'll have to fix those later. So I apologize for that. You can tell Zonplague on the blue side, and we have DMJ on the red side. Oh man, it's really killing me that the minimap is so small. It hurts. I'm just gonna leave this on direct to camera for a second as I can't see it very well. Jax complained about my my cursor being in the screen a lot. Orca's pushing very far forward onto Bell. He knows that he's got the prio in this matchup. Cho'Gath may be a counter, but definitely when Alawi's got the space to be able to walk forward and throw her tentacle, try to separate your soul and push that advantage, it's really scary. You need to make sure that you're... my breath kind of stinky after that one. I could use a sweet. Alright. Man, what a sentence that was. As we have a gank coming down from Inku into the bot side, the orange jungle able to find one potentially. Chunked low though, he's 200 HP left, dives back in, gets a double knock up. Inferno dropped 300 HP, but our sexy not much better off. Dash forward, will flip him backwards. Stun follow up, Inferno very low, will drop to the ignite. He does, first blood over to Jags. And our sexy, one more proc will give him the stun. And then the follow up from Boxy able to find one. Inku low, finds two. DMJ turning it around in the 2v1, or for a 2-for-1. Simon trading evenly with Spike in the mid lane. So I think that's a good state for the Aurora to be in. Let's check in now that we've got this out. Ooh, flash forward out of Orca. Solo bolo in the top side as the game explodes on both sides. Stuck around too long. Yeah, just a little bit. Inferno finding the bait. Ooh, nice poke down on the Simon. So flash available for Spike if he's able to find this poke. One more auto will do it. And Feats of Warfare claimed. Oh, the gank from behind with Boxy. Feats of Warfare claimed 4.5 minutes into this game. Just a moment too late. Boxy from behind able to pick up the kill. But the Feats of Warfare will go over to Zonplague. teleport back to the mid lane coming out of Simon. So going to invest that spike going to match. So no advantage for teleport taken there. Bell teleports to the top side. Orca's able to save his, but is down a flash. Let's check in on the Smolder stacks. I don't remember. I know, Ian, just leave me alone. There's nothing to see here right now. 22 stacks, and we need to hit our breakpoints. We can expect Spike to have a lot of prio in the mid lane as Lux just has stronger wave clear in the early game. It costs significantly less mana. But Simon trying to find these burst trades where he can, but going to realistically be pushed in quite a bit. Nice to dodge out from our Sexy. And let's take inventory on these junglers. Both even in CS. Clearing to the top side of the map. This first spawn of grubs is coming up in 30 seconds. Keeping my eyes on the Rel and Braum to see who decides to rotate up. They would be looking now if they want to be there for when the objective spawns. So we have Inku and Boxy. Inku spotted out by Boxy. Both teams aware of what's happening here. 3 on the top side. Push in from Lowell, but will eat a charm. Or sorry, not a charm, a snare. Stuck around too long. Inku, who needs to reset? We'll just build our own items. Bell collecting the top wave as these Void Grubs spawn. Orca's already over here setting up his passive. I think Zonplague has the inside track here, and DMJ have elected to trade over this first set. So no support needs to roam up. We're going to trade this top set of grubs for the dragon. Happy to make that trade. And so now we can wait another till the next spawn, and we'll see how it shakes out there. Wave pushed in. Orca is going to rotate back over as the Void Grubs drop, and the first dragon goes over. Nice handshake agreement from both teams. So where's the one to watch out for here? How are the builds coming together? Nothing too big to call out. I think one to watch is that Spike now has his Lost Chapter, so I think he's going to be able to hold out a much longer. I think we can see him to cash in that advantage, perhaps in about 2 minutes when the resources are out for Simon, although he's already a little bit low, so perhaps in 1 minute. There's going to be an opportunity for him to find pressure where Simon has no more resources. I don't think this state will extend until the next objective, so it's not guaranteed to come of anything for them. But definitely an opportunity they could look for. And perhaps here, Inku taking advantage of that, stealing away the red buff in the top side of the map, knowing that Simon cannot rotate over, and they have Orcas pushing in several ways from the top side, going to find a play for himself, potentially not quite able to claim it. As a test of spirit slides on by. I get a sip check running. Oh, it's so nice to have the objective timers, because usually I just have to keep them in my head as we go, and I'm just giving an estimate. Ooh. A little bit of poke coming out from Orcas, but we'll take some in return. Teleport coming down bottom from Inku. So, using this Summoner Spellbook to reposition, but will reveal himself in the process. Keep an eye on Boxy in the top side. Cease and Desist is available. Walks over a ward. Nice ward placement. Let's see. Can we check who placed this ward? Ward out of Inku when he stole the red buff. So, nicely played from them. Going to stifle the ability of DMJ to find a pick with that Vi for at least a couple minutes, as they know she's on the top side of the map. And nothing is available. Orca will reset out. And right now, the scaling is looking good for Zonplague, as they have a slight gold advantage. They're able to find even trade for the first set of objectives. Our Sexy a little bit low down here, but nothing concerning at the moment. They still have 3 minutes till the next dragon, and 2 minutes till the next set of grubs, so they can play around here a little bit longer. I'm looking to see Jags reset in about a minute to be up there. And Inku's likely going to be doing the same, trying to clear his camps, be finishing the top quadrant, and then show up at the grubs. And so let's take a look at what DMJ's angle. I want to see Boxy take this blue buff, and then they're going to be trying to spread it to the mid lane or the bot lane, as we have Inku and Boxy both showing up mid. Ooh, not able to quite connect with the call of the Forge God. And play will be dead on arrival. Inku still has time before the next objective to get his ultimate back up. I believe the call of the Forge God slightly longer. Yeah, 2 minutes, so not going to be up for the spawn of grubs, unfortunately. But they do have space for the next dragon. A Brutalizer coming out of Orca's. Ooh, Spike with some aggressive ult placement. It's going to drop Simon very low. 2 more autos will take it. But forces his ult out. Does use the ult instead of the flash, just a shorter cooldown. Forces the flash. Nice roam from Chestnut. He does not miss, and it will burn Spike's flash as a result. Orca's pushing a little too deep here. Gonna tank. Nope, will not tank. Decides to just flash away, not willing to give away his priority, and will drop the ulti. Gonna push Bell quite low. He's trying to make sure he can get some pressure in the top side. Try to take these plates. And that's the main downside of teleporting towards Lux. It's quite easy to punish when it's second you land. Burns TP, comes back to lane, now forced back to roughly half HP. Refillable pot is available, but it's definitely going to hurt as the second spawn of Grubs comes up. Both supports are in the top side of the map. Bell, very low. Simon has managed to heal up. There is a little bit of healing in Aurora's kit. That refillable pot is available. But Spike has his ultimate available on the Lux, and Simon does not have his ultimate available, nor does Bell. Chestnut could try to set them up, but I think this is not looking like a fight they want to take. Simon's still in the mid lane. Just jump over from Boxy. Not able to steal it, and flashes back out. And this looks like 6 Void Grubs secured for Zon Plague. Well played to pressure the mid lane and top side. Just able to take this Grubs through priority in their lanes and making sure they're at the objective first. Really hard to push an Alawi out of an objective, especially when you're not coming to it full strength. So well played from them. We got to have eyes open for this next dragon, the second dragon of the game, which I believe this would be Feats. No, Feats already taken for Zon Plague at 4 minutes. That's right. So nothing to take there. Of course, still get the dragon. Not too bad. Spike not going to have many resources available for this dragon, although teleport is on deck if he wishes to do so. Jags could be caught out here. Will decide to dismount away. And now both teams aware of the situation. Everybody on vision. Orca still has prio top side, but teleport not available for either side. Objective feats aren't taken. Yeah, I'm not sure. It said feats of warfare claimed, so I don't know if it just says that for each section of it. During the game, I'm not paying attention to it too hard. I was thinking that objectives weren't quite done yet. So no more resources available for Spike. This dragon has not yet been started. I'm going to go ahead and lock us down there to take a look. This is a tense setup. Both mid laners looking for a reset. Teleport is available for Spike, so if they don't have vision onto Chestnut, but they do see the reset out of Aurora and immediately starting it with the teleport forward. So a bit of a play made up on the back of Spike's teleport advantage. We have a disconnect from Boxy. No pause coming out quite yet, but is caught out from Spike. Okay, looks like he's still in the game, so we're doing all right. Culling will come out, but not able to steal it. Call of the Forge God blocked out by Braum. Engage over the wall. Chestnut able to walk out. Everybody's still full HP. Lots of abilities coming down, but no one will die. Dragon taken by Zon Plague. Let's go check in on top side. We've been looking at bot for quite a while. Yeah, there's no way for me to check them in the spectator either. I just have to keep track of them. So that dragon will seal it. The 2 Grubs and the dragon seal the feats of warfare after the first 3 kills go over to Zon Plague. So we will have our second blue side of the day picking up feats of strength. The turret plating will drop soon. Top side able to pick up 1 plate on each tower taken for Damash Injustice. So 2 plate advantage for them. Game currently sitting pretty close, roughly 700-800 gold advantage for Zon Plague, but those 6 Void Grubs and the Dragon taken are feeling real good on top of their feeds, especially with the scaling factor of the Smolder and Ornaments coming through for the late game. Of course, no Ornaments quite yet, as we have a nice trade coming out for Simon. Let's check in on Smolder. 109 stacks available for the Little Dragon. 14 minutes into the game. I'm not sure what the exact pacing you're looking for is, but definitely doesn't feel too bad. I think you could have more, you could have less, but he's going to be feeling good having the empowered Swifties. Simon jumping over the wall, trying to find an engage on a Spike. Nice damage. Will push himself over to the other side. Great solo bolo. Electrocute to finish off. Well played out of Simon. Yeah, a little slow, but he's doing well. I think it should accelerate here. It's not too bad. And they do have a very strong scaling team. So, very happy to be playing this top side. They're going to where Alawi is strong. They're going to where Spike is able to find advantages. Of course, that's not right now, as Lowell forces a pick for himself in the mid lane with a nice invisible engage over the Raptor wall. Well played. Could find a cease and desist onto Orcas in the top side, as we have Bell walking up to assist. Boxy will jump forward and decide to walk away. We've got ads coming through. Thank you, Beza, for the Prime subscription. Everybody, if you want to get rid of those ads, the Prime subscription, I literally cannot turn off the ads. I would if we could. As we have the top tower going to fall anyway, as Orcas is 1v2, able to find his leap of faith. Will connect onto Boxy, but Bell finishes off the kill. There will be no double kill topside, but 1 for 1 taking the tower. I think Orca's going to be very happy with that. 4 to 5 on the kills. But the gold advantage goes the way of Zon Plague. Any primers? True. Mom! Our sexy needs a little help. Bell pushing back into the top side. Inku to push him away, but great pressure. Able to find himself another little Heartsteel stack, as Cho'Gath is pretty good at the little tank fight. He's got the level advantage on Inku, and able to trade back. Ooh, my water bottle just started falling apart a little bit. That's not ideal. The lid's coming apart. I might need to figure that out later. I'm just going to drop it on the ground. So we have the Herald spawning now. Both AD carries remaining on the bot side. Inferno's going to have Prio in this lane, but our sexy doesn't have to fight it. He just has to keep his stacks up. I'm going to lock us into manual so we can take inventory of what's going on in this fight. Herald has been pulled, but will reset. Both teams have vision of the area. And Simon finding a nice push in the mid lane. He's managed to drop this tower to roughly a third HP. Teleport coming out of Ballistic in the top side of the map. Going to roam down now. No, not quite yet. Pushing in the top side. We run over here. 4 already here for Zon Plague. 2 tentacles down. About to be 3 for Orcas. Leap of Faith is available. They do not want to get on top of him. And they're just trying to stall this fight out, managing to push their lanes out. We've got Ballistic in the top side and Lowell pushing through. Nice bind will connect. Spike holds the ulti. He could have chunked Simon out there, but choosing to wait for a better opportunity, trying to find a different pick. I think the best angle is Lowell on the Aurora pick. And if they force him low, they could take the fight. So perhaps missed opportunity there, as Inku is engaged on by Boxy. 3-4 here now for both teams. The Aurora ulti huge. Boxy very low, still surviving. The leap of faith is enormous. The tentacles are coming down, and that's why you never want to come fight into an Alawi's playpen, as Orcas turns the fight almost single-handed. I'm sure everybody else was helping, but it's hard to see past the sea of tentacles. Boxy hoping for a steal, but getting zoned out right now. Simon's still full HP, but finding themselves down 2 kills is going to be difficult, or 2 players is going to be difficult. In the 2v1, 1600 HP on the Herald. Bot lane still being pushed in by Inferno. Our sexy holding. Mom barrier available. Can't be in any damage. As Boxy is jumped on by Orcas, and Simon's on the side. He's got ability to flank, and there's... Ooh, Simon! Able to kill Jags, and Boxy, did he steal it? No. Orca's able to defeat the Rift Herald, and they were able to pick it up. So Boxy drops. Simon's going to drop his flash, but should be able to escape here. Ooh, huge damage out of Orcas. Manages to dodge it with the invisibility. I don't know what they're called. Probably some hippity-hoppity rabbit move. Orcas, the Test of Spirit connects. But unless this next tentacle drops, he should be alright. Simon just needs to dodge one more tentacle, and he should be home free. Walking into the bot side, Inku going to support our sexy. Inferno's gotten a little too comfortable down here. Flash forward. Or flash out. Exhaust coming out. That Summoner's Spellbook. Really annoying, and this is going to be an extra set of stacks for our sexy. Picking up that takedown as Inku takes the kill for himself. Wants to be that shonky Ornn. Probably just wants to secure the kill. Turret taken in the top side. 6 minutes now till Baron spawns. Otacon should be spawning soon. 1 minute to the Otacon. Going to be top side. Jags are sexy. I think should be looking to take this fight, but not sure they want to, as Lowell managed to jump forward. Huge damage on our sexy. Dropped very low. Able to escape with a flash out of the Aurora ulti. Inku with the call of the Forge Gods now. Will connect, not blocked by the stun. Boxy now stands alone, 1v4. They're very low. Cease and desist is now coming up. Will drop it. Able to find quite a bit of healing through his itemization. Ooh, each one that connects is a huge heal buff. Sundered Sky available, 1400 healing during that. But Zon Plague able to edge it out in that team fight, starting off strong together, and then able to just drop the AoE damage and find the follow-up. Inferno not there for the start, even though DMJ were able to find some nice angles. Orca's net pushing in mid now, should be able to find this tower. Red tower destroyed. Inferno dancing on the edge. I think maybe he should be farming this wave, but trying to pressure, seeing if there's a misstep out of Zon Plague. Sometimes people, they give you an opening and you can take it. But Bell running out, unable to push Orcas away, but does not give up the kill. We're going to be watching for the Otacon fight top as a potential next play from both sides. But we can see our Jags and our Sexy both still playing to the bot side of the map. They don't want to go force this Otacon, even though they have a slight gold advantage for this point in the game. Pretty decent gold advantage, actually. They've got 6 Void Grubs, 1 Dragon advantage, and 2 turrets dropped, but that's an even stat, so still just a roughly 3,000 gold lead available for them. I like this Dark Seal out of Spike. It can be very effective to pick up a Dark Seal on a safe champion like Lux. So both supports now roaming to the top side. And we see solo laners moving to the bot side. So this Otacon now on the table as lanes are reallocated for the mid game. So let's take a look at any builds. Is this a Cyclo Sword Sterax Gauge for our top lane Alawi? Somebody tell me what that's about. That's a wild item to see. Double Locket coming out for our tank supports. And we have 2 Swifties on the side of Zon Plague. This, man, the move speed in this season is like no other. It's a nice rupture from Bell. Happy to be playing the Cho'Gath for the 2nd week in a row. Nice rock of a laner. Not as fun to play into Alawi as some other matchups, though. That lady kind of spooky. Let's check in on the Smolder stacks. 193, so feeling very close to the break point for Smolder. Not the earliest we've ever seen, but definitely not too late either. Inku getting to level 12, so getting very close to the first ornament. I'm not sure if we'll see that come out onto Alawi, Lux, or Smolder. Jags peeks into the enemy's face a little bit, but able to jump out. He'll be able to defend with the help of his team against his vision. So 4 in mid for Zon Plague. Sorry, 5 in mid for Zon Plague. And a 1-3-1 setup out of DMJ. This Poke coming down onto Inferno will find himself roughly half HP. If Spike's able to find a little more damage, that's could be a follow-up with ulti. 20 to 23 minutes, I believe, is the average for 225. I mean, where are we at? 225? Yeah, slightly behind. Fair enough. As we've got Otacon started out by Zon Plague. We can take the inventory of the vision. No vision available. They have sussed it out. Nobody's on the map. And DMJ teleporting in now. Otacon's still above half HP. And we're going to be funneling through this little area. Give us the good vision. Drop this in the manual camera. So you can see no vision in the tri-brush. But other than that, both teams now, DMJ staying tight together. They have all 5 as a group. Zon Plague split between the 2. Spike running around. They're trying to regroup before this engage happens. Otacon has reset. And now both teams, this is a standoff. I don't know that we'll see Otacon started back up without a pick happening. This is DMJ's chance for a big comeback. Absolutely. This is an extremely volatile state in the game right now. I'm just going to keep us centered on the front line of it. As we have a nice bind come out, but it will be blocked. Chestnut chunks down, but Call the Forge God coming through. Coming to push from the side. Great flank from Ballistic. The Spirit Realm will come across the whole team. Zon Plague takes a lot of damage, but they deal even more. A triple kill. Both teams huge AoEs, but Zon Plague stat checks. And Smolder in the middle of the team fight unlocks his Elder Dragon powers and clutches out the team fight. Well played from Zonplague. Let me throw it back on directed camera. Inku dropping so very low. Orcas as well. Let's give it a quick replay as we decide to walk away from the Otacon. I think quite wisely. So we can watch this bind here on the chestnut. Quick little bind there. A little bit of follow-up. We're playing it slow. Huge rupture, actually. I'm going to slow it down here. So Mom coming over the top. There's a lot of CC coming down on this side of the fight. But there's no damage follow-up. So Spike is able to push out Boxy. There's push out of the... they're able to push Spike and our Sexy to the back, but not able to finish any of them. So the huge damage out of Orcas and Inku just take the rest of the fight. So although it looked pretty scary, just not able to hit the carries in the end. So let's zoom back to live here. Yep, the corridor fight. Both teams kind of like a corridor fight, but Zonplague just, I think, has the scarier of the two. So, get us back. Not quite there. Ooh! The split call! Zonplague facing the same situation they faced last week. They pick up the dragon. They're setting themselves up for soul point. But this Baron is rapidly approaching half HP, and they're not even halfway there, as I think this may be a free dragon take for DMJ. Or, sorry, not free dragon, free Baron take. I really like the decisiveness here as they finish it off with the feast. Ballistic caught out. I think Boxy should just look to get out here, as a nice Magnus Storm is going to pull him back over the wall, and then force a flash out. So, great force out of Jags on the Magnus Storm there. But I will take 1 kill and 2 flashes for a Baron. Of course, on the backside of that, we've now dropped the Otacon. So, debatable how this actually plays out. I think it's a pretty tough situation when you're sitting this far behind. You just feel like you can't win these team fights. And not sure it's going to get better. We've got a Smolder, this Ornn. We knew that Zon has the advantage in scaling team comp. We were really looking for Vi to set up some snowballs for the side of DMJ, and I think we're kind of struggling to make that come to fruition. We really want to see... when you pick Vi, it's extremely important to find timings where you can use your cease and desist. I would say that it's similar to using, Nocturne, Pantheon, as we saw last game. It's one of these snowball junglers that you really want your... map rotations to stick. You don't want people to know where you are, and I think it's difficult when you aren't able to find that advantage to put yourself ahead and make sure that your team has that tempo. Allow ZAP to scale without too much punishment. Yeah, I think it's easy to stand on the sideline and say, right? Like, it happens. You try to pressure, and then it's just not working out. They're playing real passively. But in the end, Zonplague currently sitting very pretty. Roughly 4,000 gold ahead, 2 dragons up. They have the Otacon. They gave away the Baron. Now Bell, the only one without Baron. But as the game stagnates for a minute, it's a few minutes left on this dragon timer. Orca pushing in the top side relatively safely, because he has the... Even if they jump on him with several, he's got his ability to withdraw off the back of that Otacon take. And we're going to see, I believe, an item purchase coming in for our Sexy. Going to pick up his 3rd item, as we still have 2.5 for Inferno. So let's check out these item breakpoints. Not quite there for Spike, but let's check in. He's got 400 gold, so going to be roughly 1,000 gold away from his next item breakpoint. Not too far away is Lowell from his 3rd item, so very close there. Roughly 1,000 gold advantage in the bot lane. Top side, again, the largest advantage this game, 2,000 gold for him. And we also have a roughly 1,000 gold advantage in the jungle. These supports, I mean, it's kind of a wash. Exactly the same gold, pretty much. So, what are you going to say? That one's for you later, Jags, when you're watching this. We have a 1-3-1 set up out of Zonplague, and we have Boxy on vision, but will connect with his Q. Going to be kited out by Spike. Ooh, nice dodge! And cease and desist not committed to look for the kill. If we get those autos running with that red buff, you can try to look for the chase, but not looking to overcommit, try to hold on to the cease and desist. Respect that. Ooh, the damage coming out of our Sexy. Has his rapid fire cannon, able to find that long range poke and just get a little bit more burn in there every time. As we have a measured 1-3-1 coming through. There's not the most crazy vision control, but we are able to pick up these towers. You can see in this jungle, not a lot of vision placed, but just staying in their lanes, pushing up, and Orcas is huge. Look how strong he is up here. Whoops, my mistake. As they start the fight with Ballistic, and he's now just, able to find the shutdown, but he already has the tower, and they're now able to take the tower mid. Cease and assist, not committed, but feast on cooldown. As Boxy moves to the mid, not quite on vision yet, could look for the cease and assist on Arsexy, will go for it, already dropped low, Inferno on the chase. Creep wave to collect the culling, and Arsexy drops. Great pickup from Boxy, the cease and assist really sticking. Inku now in the target. In the crosshairs, will manage to burst out. Inferno very low, flash barrier away. Continuing to get the auto attacks in. Nice kite. This might have been a reignite. How did he... Yeah, I think it was a reignite out of Jags to pick up the kill there at the very last moment. But great pickup out of Boxy. That was huge to put them back in a position to potentially take the game back. So check the timers. They have an opportunity to get the vision control, but they're not going to be able to take this dragon before the team spawns. Oh, maybe they can. 5 seconds, 3 seconds, and still 3 dead. So this could be a save for them. Absolutely. They take the mid tower, the mid tier 2. Yeah, you've spoken too soon, Clone. Potentially have. As this is going to be another feast stack for Bell. Huge play out of Boxy. That's the vision control. I mentioned there was not a lot of vision on the sides. They're just trying to play safe in the lane. And that comes back to bite them. Great play out of DMJ to bring this game to at least another 5 minutes. So that the next Dragon Soul can spawn. Baron, though, up in 1 minute. So that's going to be one to keep your eyes on. It's going to be tough for Ballistic to hold these side lanes into the Alawi without letting him push in really deep. Just the percent health damage from Alawi and this build. A lot of power in the top side of the map for the Zon play. And, of course, the ever-scaling Smolder. We're sitting at 306 stacks now, compared to the 200 roughly 7 minutes ago. So it really accelerates that scaling when you pick up some of those takedowns and able to one-shot the creep waves. So I'm going to take a second for a sip. Everybody have a little sip. Throw this back on directed. Appreciate the lulls in action sometimes. Give me a second to take a drink. There we go. Water. I need it. So vision available for both teams on this Baron. They know that it's a big point of contention on the map. And as I mentioned, Bell in the bot side, finding himself shoved in. It's difficult to push out into Orcus. He's got this vision here. He can push you down. We really got to keep our eye on this Baron. Everybody positioning around it. And I think we may see a team fight start off of just the vision being placed. Oop, Boxy not quite able to get over the wall. So let's take a look at the vision available here for DMJ. We've got vision available in the pit, but not really anywhere else. And then vision available in the river and not anywhere else. So both teams able to defend their own territory. Inferno, man, this is 1 Q from Arsexy. And another one almost lands. Would have been very dangerous. I think they could have looked for an engage with the Jags and the Finale's Funkin over the top, but he will go for the crash down on Chestnut. Flashes over the wall, looks for the fight. We have a dash in from Simon looking for the fight. Let's throw this. Culling comes down. Ooh. Teleport in from Save the Orcus. He's not having any tentacles available, but the fight will disengage. 5 still alive for DMJ, but Jags will die on the play. Flashes over the wall. May have been Hex Flash. I was not watching, but unable to find the pick. Well done from DMJ. I think crucial for Lowell to be on coming from Raptors and able to support over the mini wall. So really well played from them. And this game, which I think definitely there was a large part of the viewership that was thinking this game was already done and dusted, but DMJ clawing it back to a place where they could. This feels playable for them. Find huge fights with on the back of the Aurora and the damage coming out of Boxy. He's got some. He's managed to find those pickups. 6 kills now in the Vi, 3 items. So gotta be feeling pretty happy about that. But the ornaments are gonna be coming through. We have the first ornament going, first and second ornaments down onto Spike and Arsexy. So I gotta imagine the next ornament's going down onto Orcas to the top side, gonna make that split push even stronger. Anything else to call out in these items? We got a Thorn Mail in for Cho'Gath. Is there any heal cut that's necessary? Nothing too crazy out of either team. 4 items completed for our Sexy, 3 and roughly a half for Inferno, so definitely sitting a little bit behind. We can check in on the gold here. So nothing too crazy. It's still only a 3,000 gold lead. Excuse me. Still only a 3,000 gold lead. So this game could go either way. I think the main things to watch out for are the scaling factors in the comp. Of course, Smolder. We can check the vision here. So standing on vision. Not going to work out well for them. No vision of the enemy team. But they do have eyes on Boxy. So Lowell, again, this is his favorite spot. Keep an eye out for Lowell coming over the Raptor wall. That's been his, this little section has been his favorite most of the game. Dragon spawning in 40 seconds. This is still sole point for Zonplague. So a lot of pressure there. And a key decision point on, do you go for that dragon or do you go for the Baron? For both teams. Because Zonplague looking to move over here now, are they going to try to make sure they can control both? They do not want to give up the Baron and trade, but I think they would accept it. It's the Dragon's Soul. But 5 moving to the bot side for DMJ. They're going to try to prevent this soul while Zonplague presumably takes the Baron, but they may be looking for a pick in the mid lane as Inferno could be caught out here. Looks like nothing will come of it. Able to retreat back to his side. And the Baron does not get started, but the Dragon, I think, will already be taken. So now onto the Baron. Spike not here, but teleport available as 4 are down onto it. We can see, looks like DMJ are just electing to trade. They're aware of the situation and just going to decide to back off. Really one to keep an eye out, make sure nobody gets caught. Yep, and we're just going to have another even handshake. That's the way we started the objectives. That's the way we're going to end the objectives for now. As both teams now at soul point. This is the tense one, 36 minutes into this game. Thanks for starting late so that there's not much time for me to prep for the next game. Appreciate it. It'll be alright. Vandal City Buckaroos versus Noxian, the Noxian Gladiators coming up next. Not there yet, though. 5,000 gold lead for Zonplague. Baron buff is up. How will they come out together as 5 for this objective? Going to be pushing deep. I imagine this could be a pivotal moment for the game. Baron up. Zonplague is going to be able to force a fight. They're deciding to go for a 1-4-0 push line. They know that Orcas can fight at least 2 or 3, and so if they're on that side of the map, they will be able to roam over to him because he's not gonna go down quickly, no matter who they bring. And in the event they rotate enough people over there, they'll just take the inhibitor. So I think that's the Zonplague is looking to set up. Still plenty of vision available for DMJ at the moment, but our Jags looking to clear it out. Orca's pushing the top side. Let's give us a little overhead view of how this push develops. So vision available. Jags off vision, but a ward will go down for Chestnut. Will be cleared. Inferno forced to reset. This poke coming in from our Sexy is huge. And the tower will drop. Mom coming over the top will slow Chestnut, but not going to result in any kills. Simon able to slink his way back home as the inhibitor falls in this top tower to follow. Inku still in the red buff. While his that's confidence right there. Is taking the red buff as his team goes for 2 inhib combo. Wanting to make sure they have that that health regen for their siege. And this poke out of our Sexy is menacing. Ooh, nice light binding lands onto Inferno. Ult over the top will connect with Simon and Chestnut on the backside. Nicely placed. Killing spree for Spike. Curse of the Forge God down onto Cho'Gath. Boxy with the cease and desist forward, but will find himself cease and desisting to his death. Simon jumped forward with his fairy realm, his spirit realm, but will be pushed back down. Triple kill for our Sexy. And ace That's going to be GG. Well played. Zonplague take week 2. They will be our only undefeated team going into week 3. GG for both sides.